Welcome back, everybody. Here we are at the Mid-Tempo Jam. Great to be here on Veterans Day, November 11th, 11/11/24. Appreciate all those in active service and those who have served. I'm going to double check tuning and then double check the live streams, and then we'll get into it. We had a nice slow jam. Welcome back if you're coming back from that, and if you're coming in right now just for the mid-tempo, welcome. It's great to be here. I got Old Red with some very seasoned strings. I've been enjoying the soft sound of these strings. I haven't been out like jamming in loud settings, so I've just left them on, and it's been quite nice. But as soon as I go out to a loud jam, I'll have to change them, so I'll be a little bit more punchy and audible. Okay, double checking on the live streams, and then we'll get right into it with Little Cabin Home on the Hill will be our opening number. How's everyone doing out there? Are you okay? Are you inspired? Are you feeling hopeful? Feeling happy? I hope you are. I am. And I just think everything's going to be fine. And let's see. Okay, we are live on YouTube. And let's see. Are we live on Facebook? Yes, we're live on Facebook. I'm going to pull this up so I can see your comments. Make sure you chime in. Let us know how you're doing, what you're playing, where you are. I'll check in with you after a few songs here. So starting with Little Cabin Home on the Hill. And it's going to be at a nice, reasonable mid-tempo gallop. Maybe right around here. Da, 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 da. Right about there. Okay. Key of G. This song, this used to be on every single week, of the Monday Jam. It's been a while. I thought we'd just revisit this good old song from Bill Monroe and Lester Flatt, 1948 or something. Old. 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 1. 1 and a 1 and a 5. 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 1. 1 and 5 and a 1 to the chorus. 4 and 4 and a 1. 1 and 1 and a 5. 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 1. Little cabin home on the hill. I might kick it off like. I'd probably kick it off exactly like that if I was kicking it off in a jam or on a gig. Okay, so whatever you're feeling in the key of G here, kick us off on Little Cabin Home on the Hill. And here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Tonight I'm alone without you, my dear. It seems there's a longing for you still. All I can do now is sit alone and cry in our little cabin home on the hill. For someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little home on the hill. I got I hope you are happy tonight as you are. For in my heart there's a longing for you still. I'll just keep it there so I won't be alone in our little cabin home on the hill. For someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. Play. For you, let your thoughts turn back once more, if you will, to our little cabin home on the hill. For someone has taken you from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. Okay, we're up and running. Next, A Face in the Crowd. Oh my gosh, who was it? Jim Hanaway? Were you the one that requested this? Thank you for the request. I did not do it last week because I didn't really have time to check it out. But this week I checked it out, and what a great song. And just a great performance by Larry Sparks. So I'm going to do my best. This is a fresh song for me. And it's really cool. It's in the key of C, and it's a fast waltz. Like a fast bluegrass style waltz. A very aggressive 3/4. He plays some really cool guitar stuff, and the banjoist on that recording, on the Larry Sparks Classic Bluegrass, I don't know who the banjo player is, but it's very good. And I've been going sharp just because it's cooling down in here. So I'm just trying to get the old man in tune. Okay, so I'm going to find a good waltz tempo here. It's probably going to be, I mean, this is a fast waltz. It's probably going to be somewhere like, it's faster than that. But this is mid-tempo, so I'll take it easy on you. Let's go right about here. Okay. So he does a really cool, like, turnaround thing, like the end of the, sorry, that's a little obnoxious on the fast waltz tempo, I know. I usually practice waltzes with a long beat, tink, 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 but for this it helps to keep it on every beat. He does a cool, like, end of the chorus, like, a turnaround tag kind of kickoff. But remember, this format is less about arrangements and more about just playing the straight song form. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to take breaks over the verse, and I'll show you how that goes. In the key of C. Da, 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 one. Let me get the click going. And da 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 one, and then to the 4, one, then to the four, back to the one, 6 minor, 5 and a 1, 4, 1. So those are a couple little quick changes that happen. But I'm going to be playing rhythm every time that happens on the choruses, so you'll be able to follow. So here's how I would kick it off on that verse form. 1, 2, 3. Can do some of these triplets, some of those fast little triplets in there, that would be appropriate to the Larry Sparks style. Okay, here we go. Kick us off in the key of C on a verse of Face in the Crowd. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. A face in the crowd on your wedding day. You tossed me a rosebud from your bridal bouquet. No one seemed to notice, no one wondered why. When you pledged your love to him, there were tears in my eyes. A face in the crowd with a pale yellow rose, your gown of white satin, my half worn out clothes. I knew your love one time, but your love now he holds. I'm a face in the crowd with a pale yellow rose. I got it. Kissed you, I heard someone say, the man with the rosebud from your bridal bouquet, was he kind of special, or was he just a friend? I heard you speak softly, he was only a friend. A face in the crowd with a pale yellow rose, your gown of white satin, my half worn out clothes. I knew your love one time, but your love now he holds. I'm a face in the crowd one time, but your love now he holds. I'm a face in the crowd with a pale yellow rose. I'm a face in the crowd with a pale yellow rose. Okay. There was a quick 4-chord in the chorus. Face in the crowd with a pale yellow rose. Your gown of white satin. I forgot that when I was describing the song. But I'm going to keep working on this one because this is just a great song. And I don't know, there's something very fulfilling about singing this. It's lonesome in a way that some of us might feel. But I don't know, there's something beautiful and universal about it. Okay, great. Let's move on to, what do we got? Chinkapin Hunting. Okay, figured this would be a good time to play this tune in the key of D. And let me reset this tempo for something appropriate. Let's just hang out right around this mid-tempo mark. Okay, so in the key of D, I played this out of open D. Some guitarists might want a capo, I'm not sure, but it goes like this. 1 and a 1 and a 5 and 5, 1 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1, 1 and a 1 and a 5 and 5, 1 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1, that's the A part. The B part goes to the 4, 4 and a 4, 4 and a 4 and a 5, 4 and a 4 and a 4 and a 4 and a 4 and 4 and 5, 4 and a 4, 4, 4 and a 5, 4 and a 4 and a 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 and 5. That's it. Okay, so I'll kick it off and let's go 3 times through, okay? Meet you, meet you, meet you. Chinkapin Hunting in the key of D. This is not the same as the other Chinkapin Hunting that's in A and is a little crooked. This is the D Chinkapin Hunting. Here we go. Okay. Very cool. It's funny how, like, this is like very mid. This is 102. Okay, I'm giving it away. I usually don't tell you what the tempo is, but this is like very reasonable mid tempo. But it's funny how when you've been playing really slow for a while, how this feels really fast. So you got to make this feel less fast. You have to like play things faster and come back, even if you're not playing super clean. All right, that's just my one teachable moment there. That felt like it's fast to me, but it's just because I just spent, an hour and 10 minutes on the slow jam. So just keep that in mind, like for your encouragement, that there's ways of making this tempo feel a lot slower. So just hang with us and we'll keep getting used to this tempo range. And then later on, after you played along with the fast jam, you'll come back to this and it's going to feel slow. Okay. Colleen Malone, let's do this song. I'm trying to get myself hydrated, so don't mind the loud gulping. Colleen Malone in D. Everybody, please chime in on the chat. I'll check in on everyone after this song. We're gonna crank this up a little bit, just a little bit. This is about where the song is. 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 1, 4 and a 2 and a 5. So that 2 is a dominant chord, 2 dominant, an E7 to an A7. That's your 5 chord, okay? So one more time from the top. 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 2 and a 5. 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1. That's the verse. At the top, there's 2 verses in a row. But that's also where you're going to kick off the song and take your breaks, okay? And then the chorus is 5 and a 5 and a 4 and a 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 5. 5 and 5 and a 4 and a 1, 4 and 5 and a 1. So my kickoff would go something like 1, 2, 3. That melody. Okay, so here we go. This is a very satisfying song to sing harmonies on. I hope you get to find a tenor part or a baritone part. And kick us off here on Colleen Malone in the key of D. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's been 10 years and 3 since I first went to sea, since I sailed from old Ireland and home. Those hills lush and green were a part of my dream when I dreamed of my Colleen Malone. On the day I returned to my sorrow, I learned that the angels had called her away to a grave on the hill overlooking the mill. That's the place she is sleeping today. As the soft breezes blow through the meadow, I go past the mill with the moss-colored stone. Up the pathway I climb through the woods and the vines to be with my Colleen Malone. I got It was faithful each day as I sailed far away. There was no one but me that you loved. I remember those eyes, soft and blue as the sky, and her heart was as pure as a dove. As the soft breezes blow through the meadow, I go past the mill with the moss-covered stone. Pathway I climb through the woods and the vines to be with my Colleen Malone. Play. All the years of my life I will not take a wife. I will live in this valley alone, planting flowers around in the soft gentle ground that is holding my Colleen Malone. As the soft breezes blow through the meadow, I go past the mill with the moss-colored stone. Up the pathway I climb through the woods and the vines to be with my Colleen Malone. Up the pathway I climb through the woods and the vines to be with my Colleen Malone. Okay, some of you probably knew that ending. I know I didn't train you for it, but that's how it ends. They hold that chord while they're playing the whole last little bit. Tim and Pete play the melody. Such a good song. And I kept saying moss-colored, but it's moss-covered. Moss-covered stone. A little slip of the tongue there. Okay, great song, Tim O'Brien. I think Tim wrote that. I'm not sure, but that was a Hot Rise number. Larry Sparks did a cool version too. Larry Sparks would sing, "Up the pathway I climb through the woods and the pines." Kind of Americanized it a little bit. Okay, how are we doing here? In Facebook land, we got some folks picking along. Colin Burns, you're still up in Yorkshire, England. Thank you for being here, Colin. Lee Stivers, you are also picking. Probably not as late for you. Rachel, hello. Rachel Koppel. Yep, thank you all for being here on Facebook and picking along. Over here in YouTube, we got some folks. Victor Silva from Edmonton, Alberta. Thank you for being here, Victor. Uber Jam Sam is back from the slow jam for the mid-tempo jam. Jim McCarley on the guitar in Hollister, California. Ava York is here. Hello, Ava. Nice to have you here live with us. Luke Plum, Luke on the old Martin from Oklahoma. Very cool. Mike Utley. Hello, Mike. Picking along from Oak Creek, Colorado. I got the blue chip that you found on the Yampa. Yes, sir. I've got it. Mike Utley, my hero for finding my chip. My blue chip pick way out in the middle of Dinosaur National Monument. I lost it and he found it and returned it to me. Luke Plum, is it still 4/4? A waltz is 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Jim, for answering that. Kim Harris. Kim Harris, thank you while I cried. Stupid music. What are you hunting? Okay. Hi, Kim. Nice to see you here. Crooked and square songs. Well, crooked usually means there's like an odd beat in there. Like Clinch Mountain Backstep is coming up in this set. That has a crooked B part and has an extra beat. So lots of old-time songs are not straight 4/4 all the way through. They might have an added beat here or an added beat there or a subtracted beat there. So that's just a loose thing that we say crooked. It just means it's not in straight time the whole time. Very good. Thank you, Kim, for answering that. CB says, not a request, but want to say love when you do Roger Miller. Right on. Well, I'll get a Roger Miller song in there sometime. I'm not sure which would be appropriate for the Bluegrass Jam. Maybe Tall, Tall Trees and All the Waters and the Seas. I'm a fool, fool. That could be bluegrass-ized, I suppose. James O'Connor from Chicago on the mandolin. Very cool. Jeff in Colorado picking. Ron Lipton. Hello, Ron. Nice to see you. It's been a while. Great. And CB is in East Tennessee. Very cool. Thank you all for being here, picking along. We're going to keep moving on here. Bill Farmer is hanging in there as well. Okay. Next on the set list, we have, ooh, this was another request. I've never ever sang this song, but I'm looking forward to giving it a try. I'll remember you, love, in my prayers. A very cool, I mean, this is some mountain music, right, from Ralph Stanley. So let's see. That's a good tempo right there. Okay, so this is in the key of A, or I do it in A. I think Ralph does it like way up there somewhere, like at least B, if not C. But I'm gonna try this in A. I'll remember you. Thank you to whomever requested this. I'm sorry I don't remember. Go ahead and chime in if it was you. Key of A, it goes 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1, 1 and 1 and a 4, and 1 and 1 and 1 flat 7, 1 and 5 and a 1. That kind of thing. I mean, Ralph's banjo kickoff on this is just, it's so good. Okay, I need to tune, so bear with me for a moment here. I'm still drifting a little bit sharp. I want to give you a nice in-tune rhythm to play along with. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves, tune amongst yourselves. It's not always ideal to tune with the capo on, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes it's just a game of pushing on the strings because they get pulled sharp, but sometimes you actually gotta turn the tuners, and then when you take the capo off, you'll have to retune. That's why I say it's not ideal. But there we go. I'm in tune. And you're going to kick us off on I'll remember you, love, in my prayers. Key of A. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. When the curtains of night are pinned back by the stars, and the beautiful moon sweeps the sky, dewdrops from heaven are kissing the rose. It's there that my memory flies. I got it. Upon the wings of a beautiful dove, I'll hasten this message of cheer. I'll send you a kiss of affection and say, I'll remember you, love, in my prayers. Play. All the angels of heaven are guarding the good as God my bedside and pray. I remember your love in my prayers. At night when I kneel by my bedside and pray, I remember your love in my prayers. Cool. Oh my gosh, it's just a powerful song. So I just wanted to give that last verse another try. My voice, I don't know, I'm trying to connect with my voice tonight, and it's mostly there, but I'm not feeling as great about my singing as usual. So thank you for giving me another chance to try that last verse. I'm hearing Ralph Stanley's voice in my head, and it's hard to live up to. Okay. Next we have, we're back in Stanley land here. Clinch Mountain Backstep in the key of A. The original, Murphy Henry informed me. I mean, you should always listen to the originals, right? But Murphy Henry did school me on this one time because everyone thought this is an A banjo number, but the original is in G. But we're going to be in A here. Good old Clinch Mountain Backstep. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, 1 and 1 and 5, 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, 1 and 5 and 1. 1 and a 5 and a 1. B part. 5, 5, 1 and that's the crooked bit. It's funny because, I don't know, I've played that song so many times, this tune, and it's just so ingrained that I don't even think of it as being crooked anymore, but it has an extra beat on that 5 chord. So 1 measure of 5 in the B section. Okay, so I'm going to play it. I'll kick it off, and let's go 3 times. Me, you, do-do-do-do-do-do, bam, with just a regular ending, okay? Here we go. I'm going to kick us off on Clinch Mountain Backstep in the key of A. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. those of you who are astute listeners and know what I was going for on that last, I try not to get too notey on this. I try to just keep it really vibey and really straight and clean. But I don't know, Jeff Autry on one of those Bluegrass 96 or something, one of those Pine Castle albums, he does this thing. Some bebop, really cool. I just had to throw that in. Okay, Clinch Mountain Backstep. And we are still in Stanley Land here, over in the Gloryland. Now this is one that I usually play pretty fast, but we're going to be in the mid-tempo range, but it's going to be a little quicker than we have been. So while we're gearing up for this, I'll make a few announcements. So this Friday, if you're in Colorado, if you're in Boulder, come to E-Town Hall. We're doing a Jerry Garcia acoustic night. Performing the entire Dead Reckoning album. That's right, it's called Dead Reckoning. It's not just Reckoning, it's Dead Reckoning. They had the acoustic set, Dead Reckoning, and the electric set, Dead Set. Those are the two albums, right? So we're playing Dead Reckoning, and there's going to be an Old and in the Way tribute thing. So that's this Friday at E-Town Hall. Come on down. We've got a bunch of good players part of this event. And then next Thursday, the 21st, will be Billy Failing Band with me and Silas Herman and Taylor Shuck down at the Bluebird Theater in Denver. Then my next local show, I'm in San Diego right now. I'm in Hamul, my hometown. So I'm going to be back January 3rd for my big solo show for the San Diego Folk Heritage Society at Templars Hall in Poway. That's January 3rd. Then January 9 through 12, I'll be at a California Bluegrass Association event called the Great 48 in Bakersfield. And that's a big old jamming festival. So I hope to see some of you there. And in other news, I'm just getting ready to release an album. I'm going to have a bunch of big announcement stuff related to that coming out here in the next few weeks. And River Wondergrass 2025 launches are going to be announced on Wednesday. And I'm going to be on some of those. So I hope you join us on the river this coming spring, summer, fall. And a bunch of more to be announced. I'm really hustling and getting ready for 2025 and feeling mighty good about it, I have to say. Okay, so over in the Gloryland, it goes like this. One and one and a four and one. One and one and a five. One and a four and one. One and five and a one. Just over in the Gloryland, there's a four and a four and one. One and a one and a five and one and a one and a four and a four and one. One and a five and a one. Something like that to kick it off. Okay, so sorry, I think I bumped my capo, so I knocked it out of tune again a little bit. So I am now a member of the San Diego Music Hall of Fame. That was a very nice thing to be included in on Friday. As a former member of the Electric Waste Band, who's been playing Monday nights at Winston's in Ocean Beach for the last 35 years. I was in it almost 30 years ago when I was 21. So anyhow, I'm going to go down to Winston's tonight after this. If any of you are in San Diego or in Ocean Beach, join us. And it's live streamed, so you can check it out. I might add it to my socials if I can figure out how to do that. But Electric Waste Band, they live stream from Winston's. It's you guys got Google, you can find it. if you want to check that out later. So I'm going to get there probably toward the end of the first set after this all wraps up. But I don't know, I was inspired to go down there and jam with the current members of the band doing Grateful Dead covers. Okay, here we go. Over in the Gloryland, you are going to kick us off. I'm done rambling. Thank you for bearing with me. Kick us off in the key of A, and I hope you're singing along. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I've a home prepared where the saints abide, over in the glory land, and I long to be by my Savior's side, over in the glory land. Just over in the glory land, I'll join the happy angel band, over in the glory land. Just over in the glory land, there with the mighty host I'll stand, over in the glory land. I got it. I am on my way to those mansions fair, over in the glory land, there to sing God's praises and His glory share, over in the glory land. Just over in the glory land, I'll join the happy angel band, over in the glory land. Just over in the glory land, there with the mighty host I'll stand, over in the glory land. Play. What a joyful thought that my Lord I'll see, over in the glory land, and with kindred saint there forever be, over in the glory land. Just over in the glory land, I'll join the happy angel band, over in the glory land. Just over in the glory land, there with the mighty host I'll stand, over in the glory land. Kind of got you by surprise there, maybe, but that's the way jams go sometimes. Okay. We'll get ready for this last number. I'm going to actually probably start the fast jam a few minutes earlier tonight. Maybe I'll start at 10 after, not to catch you too off guard. But like I said, I am going to head down to Winston's and jam with my old buddies in the Electric Waste Band tonight. It's kind of a last minute inspiration, but after this whole Hall of Fame induction Friday, figured we'll go down and do that. I usually don't stay out late like that when I'm here back home in Hamul. I enjoy the mornings. I enjoy watching movies with Mom in the evenings, right? But I'm going to head down there. So let's start the fast jam at 10 after instead of quarter after. We'll still have time to warm up and have a break. And reminding you, I made a post about this today. This Restring Appalachia project is very, very cool. American Songcatcher, my friend Nicholas in Chattanooga. I think you're in Chattanooga, right? Anyway, he does the American Songcatcher website, podcast, and Instagram is really, really cool. Like lots of cool music history, Americana stuff. And he's a good performer also. He'll post music sometimes. But anyway, he's getting instruments back into the hands of folks who lost them from the Hurricane Helene. So that is a cool project to get behind if you have an instrument to donate or some money you want to pitch in. AmericanSongcatcher.com is his site. And there's a Restring Appalachia link on there. And you can look at my Instagram or Facebook and see the link as well. Okay, and we'll get into this good old Reno and Smiley song, Unwanted Love. It's been a while. I don't know. There's so many of these songs in the lists, and I don't always think of them. And I thought, okay, it's been a while. I love this song. I used to do it like, there was a while when it was almost every week. But here we go. Don Reno, Red Smiley, of course, Johnson Mountain Boys. Did a pretty iconic version of this as well. So, after this, we'll break and come back at about 10 after instead of quarter after for the Fast Jam. I know I'm not losing too many of you because not everyone sticks around for that anyway. But we'll start 5 minutes early. How about that? One and a one and a four, 5 and 5 and one, one and a one and a four, 5 and 5 and a one. So we are in the key of B. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. So my kickoff would go, again, straight melody. It's a simple melody, right? So I'm going to dress it up with cross picking and things like that. So my kickoff would go something like 1, 2, 3. Try it again. 1, 2, 3. However you're feeling it, kick us off here on Unwanted Love. I hope I remember all the words, and I hope you're singing in harmony with me on the chorus. Okay. Key of B. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Chance on another broken heart lies false romance. Wanted and unwanted love to share all the misery and pain of a heart that's unwanted and loved and unwilling to gamble again. I'm sure someone whose heart is not sincere. I don't want someone who's never known how it feels to love and be alone. Wanted and unwanted love to share all the misery and pain of a heart that's unwanted and loved and unwilling to gamble again. Play. Thank you. I wanted to have a little redemption on the last verse because I blew it the first time. Fun. Okay, great. Hope you all are feeling good about your playing, or at least know what you need to work on. I sure do. I've been practicing a lot lately, but sometimes it's all flowing, and sometimes you're just almost there. So, okay, like I said, we'll start in 20 minutes. Let's start 10 minutes earlier on the Fast Jam, and I'll let you know about next week. I'm going to be back in Colorado, so it kind of depends on if I can host from Carmel, if Carmel would host me, my friend in Denver. So I'll announce that as usual by Friday if it's going to happen. And anyway, don't be strangers and come on back for the Fast Jam at 10 after. Okay, see you then.